Hey everybody, Flyersguy here to remind you that on December 5th, 2025, it's the 200th episode of Back in the Day. That's right, folks. I'm celebrating my 200th episode of Back in the Day. It's going to be Back in the Day 200th episode celebration and a look back at 3 years of entertaining nostalgia here on Back in the Day. It'll be a 200 episode celebration as it's the Back in the Day 200th episode. It'll be coming December 5th, 2025, exclusively on my YouTube channel. So, we're going to take a look back at many years of Back in the Day here on the Flyersguy YouTube channel. I cannot believe that I am at 200 episodes of Back in the Day. So I'll see you all on December 5th, 2025. It's me, Flyersguy, and welcome to another episode of Throwback Flyersguy. I'm your host, Flyersguy. In my last video, I talked about my memories of 2013, 2014. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about my memories of 2014 and 2015. Let's do a recap of 2014. That year my dad was diagnosed with cancer. Luckily it went into remission and he felt pretty good. He felt good. He was feeling good. Well, hold on. My dad was feeling better. My dad recovered from it the first time. And also that year, I celebrated my 28th birthday. I also celebrated Christmas that year. Shortly after this, it was time to get ready for New Year's Day. And that New Year's Day, we went to my Uncle Phil's house on New Year's Day. It went pretty well. We all had a good time. This is the new year of 2015. Going into 2015, that year in January, the Flyers had a pretty lackluster January. Lackluster January. Around this time, in January and February, we got hit with a big snowstorm. Me and my dad had gone to a Flyers Predators game that day. And the Flyers won that game in a shootout. Steve Mason went down to injury, and our goaltender was Rob Zip from the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. He played really well that season. Shortly after the victory of my dad, we got some hot wings at the Rib Rack and had some hot wings that day. That day I was on my computer watching playing my emulated Digimon game that I've been playing for about a few weeks. Finally beat the game. I was pretty much done with it. Got pretty bored of it after that. There's a mission also around this time of summer, 2014, I went to my friend's, my neighborhood friend's house for her graduation party, and it was really fun. And getting into 2015, after we're in a month of April, we also ended up going to the Flyers Bruins game, in which the Flyers were completely embarrassed by the Boston Bruins. The day after that, I went to the Flyers Wives Carnival that year. With me, my dad, and my sister. Like that year, I'm not sure. But we met. I got to meet Jake Voracek that year. And he was a really nice guy. Very funny, too. He went up to me and said, "Oh, that was a bad game last night." I said, "Yeah, it was." Shortly after this, we go into the month of either March or might have been February, March or February. And during this time, I started, me and my mom started watching One Tree Hill on Netflix. And let me tell you, I love that show. I watched every single episode of it. I even finished the entire series. Around the month of February, I ended up going to a house show at Sun National Bank Center in Trenton, New Jersey. My dad had gotten me tickets for Christmas that year to make up for me not being able to get the Royal Rumble tickets. And I was happy about that. And I was excited to go. Me and my dad went, and it was a big snowstorm. And after we got out, the snowstorm had officially hit. Luckily, we made it home, and at the time, we were still watching One Tree Hill. Around the month of March, the Lehigh Valley fans were just trying to win some games, and the Flyers season was not looking good. And we go into 2015, and yeah, we're still in 2015. During the time, we got up to later seasons of One Tree Hill. And for one day, I wasn't feeling good that day. I remember eating on this P.F. Chang's, these frozen meals. I ate it later, I just didn't feel right afterwards. At the time, I was also watching episodes of Shameless at the time as well, and also a new season of Charlotte Boys. The year prior to this, last year, I was watching Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And around 2015, we get to the month of February, going to the month of March. Game against the Penguins. Flyers end up winning that game. And after this, we get into the month of March. And I ended up going to my first Lehigh Valley Phantoms game in Allentown. The night before that, we got Lee's Hoagies. And I got myself an Italian hoagie wrap. It was really good. I ended up having that for lunch the next day. And then right after that, I remember playing Pokemon Soul Heart Gold on one of the emulators. After this, we end up going to the Phantom game after I eat lunch and everything. And we're getting ready to go. And it's a really long drive. We get to the arena, and let me tell you, they went all out for this game. Great presentation. The food was good too. The hockey was good. Fans had a fight. And that game they won the fight. One player won the fight. Unfortunately, the Lehigh Valley fans lost that night. It was a tough loss for that game. I was wearing my jersey that I got last season. And I really liked it. It was a black Lehigh Valley fan jersey. They lost the game, but it was a good showing. Me and my dad ended up going home that day. And during this time, the Flyers season was not going too well. And that's basically it. Going into April, Flyers officially had their last game of the season against the Ottawa Senators. Me and my dad ended up going to that game and just having a going to that game. Unfortunately, the Flyers lost. And that was it for the season. Flyers were able to sign defenseman Ranko Gudas during the deadline, but he wasn't eligible to play it yet due to injury, so you didn't see him as well until next season. During this season, Flyers season ended, and at the time I started getting into the Reading Royals. At the time, the Flyers and the Phantoms, Flyers organization, added the Reading Royals as the Philadelphia Flyers ECHL affiliate that year. And I was planning, me and my dad were planning on going to a game. Our first Royals game was a Royals playoff game against the South Carolina Stingrays. The Royals won that game, but unfortunately lost the series and were eliminated from the playoffs. We get into the month before that, prior to this in April. I was on the Little Caesars kick that year, and I really enjoyed Little Caesars pizza. What I would do is I would take the pizza and I would dip it in the garlic butter sauce, and it was really good. After this, around May, we get into the month of May, and MSC is officially having a house show at the Tower Theater in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in Upper Darby. Me and my dad got tickets to it. We were a little leery about going. The night before, we had gotten food from Craig's Pizza. I got a buffalo chicken rack. It was pretty good. The next day, I ate we were getting ready to go to Tower Theater. And that year, I remember, I was eating a buffalo chicken sandwich before we had left the house. Also, we had finished the One Tree Hill series. Me and my mom finally finished it, so I don't know. And after this, we got ready to go to the Tower Theater for the NXT event. We got there, and we were very leery about driving in that part of Philadelphia, but it was worth it. We got to see some matches. The matches I remember seeing Enzo and Big Cass in a match. Joey Styles had a segment. Alexa Bliss took on Dana, which match which Dana performed. Blake and Murphy, I forget who they were wrestling. And then the main event, and one of the women's matches we had, Charlotte Flair versus Bayley versus Sasha Banks. And it was versus Becky Lynch. It was a pretty good match. The main event was Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens. Really good match, by the way. After this, we ended up going home and getting ready. During this month of May, you get what happens later that month, but we get into July, celebrate the 4th of July. Then we get into the month of August and around September. I think my dad's cancer came back. And he had to go to the hospital to get some radiation surgery, get radiation put in. And during this time, my dad was in the hospital. I was watching a lot of new YouTube videos. One video in particular I remember watching was the Mind Shop. There was a YouTube channel called Mind Shop. And it was one of the most disturbing channels, but they had some good top 10 videos on there. At the time, I was also watching Impact Wrestling. And then I remember, briefly in October, my dad ended up getting cancer again. Luckily, he was okay. Around October and November, there was a Flyer this season officially started for the Philadelphia Flyers side. During this time, I was watching Parenthood on Netflix, and I really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, the one of the seasons wasn't on there, so I had to physically buy a DVD copy of the next season of Parenthood so I could finish the whole entire series. During this time, my dad was not feeling well. And a lot of things happened. My wheelchair broke down again, and I ended up getting sick again. And it was like a stomach virus that I had. I wasn't feeling good for a couple of days. I was actually feeling pretty good. For me and my dad going to our doctor's appointment. And then afterwards, me going to the deli that week. I also remember watching a show called Video Game High School at the time. During this time, around November, my dad wasn't here for Thanksgiving because he ended up getting rushed to the hospital again. Came home later that night. Then we get into the month of December. We get into the month of December, my dad is starting to feel a little better. And last week during my birthday, he didn't feel too good. And I kind of felt bad celebrating my 29th birthday that year. My dad started feeling pretty good during the week of Christmas. We get into Christmas, the week of Christmas, and we go to Flyers St. Louis Blues game. Flyers won that game. We come from behind. My dad was feeling great. We were all in good spirits. At the time before Christmas, I got into a Netflix show called F is for Family. And I really enjoyed it. It was one of my favorite TV shows. And I watched the whole season. I also watched Trailer Park Boys as well. I had a lot of fun watching that. We get into Christmas Eve. And during this time, it was like 70 degrees outside. In the winter, it was 70 degrees on Christmas Eve. And during this time, During this time, the week before Christmas, getting McDonald's egg McMuffin sandwich on the after Christmas or might have been after Christmas. During this time, it was before Christmas. Flyers were playing Dallas Stars in December, and it was a big victory for the Flyers that month. Shortly after that, I remember for dinner that night, I got a sausage McMuffin sandwich. The hash for Michelin. McDonald's started the all-day breakfast menu. Shortly after this, we get into December. For real Christmas. For Christmas that year, I got Super Sentai, The Ranger on DVD. I got Trailer Park Boys calendar and some Trailer Park Boys bobbleheads. That year I also remember getting some pot candy Christmas that year. And also some other cool stuff as well. During this time on Christmas, my dad wasn't feeling well again. And it really sucks because I wanted to spend some time with my dad on Christmas that year. And then New Year's Eve came. And on New Year's Eve, a big party was coming up. It was my cousin Diana's wedding. And I will talk about that in the next episode of Throwback Flyersguy. In the next episode, I go through one of the biggest challenges of my life. Just in the next episode, we talk about my memories of 2015 and 2016. This is where the real challenges start happening. And this is when the real hardships. And this is when we start going through some real hardships in the next episode of Throwback Flyersguy. Till next time, everyone. Till next time.